Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, the Cardboarder, with another video here for you guys. Today I want to talk about something a little bit different. We've gotten about a fourth the way through the Pokedex, which is great. But today I want to talk about the 10 cards that I think will be difficult to pull. Now the absolute hardest card to pull so far might not be a surprise, but it might be a surprise for many of you, and that's Kadabra. So in the case of Kadabra, the reason there haven't been any modern releasings is because there was a magician named Uri Geller who sued Nintendo for using his likeness to create Kadabra, which means that the last printing of Kadabra was actually in Skyridge. Now there have been multiple tweets confirming that Kadabra will be in a future set later this year, hopefully this summer, which will make this card significantly easier to pull. If I were to try to pull this card now, I'd have to either get one of the E-Series packs, Skyridge, or I could go with Base Set 2, Legendary Collection, or I'd have to go with Team Rocket or the Gym Heroes packs, all of which are really expensive. So that would be a very difficult card for me to pull. But hopefully this summer there is another set that has Kadabra in it. That'll make that significantly easier. Along with that, hopefully there's an Abra. Abra is number 2 on my list because Abra only got one more card after Kadabra, and that was clear back in Diamond and Pearl. In Mysterious Treasures in 2007, there was an Abra in that set. But since then, it hasn't been present. They've just given Alakazam ways to play it without evolving. So in various ways, there have been V cards, there's been a Radiant Alakazam, so they've kind of gone around it, which means Abra's also kind of gotten the short end of the stick. But hopefully this summer it will also get in one of the sets, because right now I either have to get one of those other sets I mentioned, or Mysterious Treasures, which is also very expensive. So the next 7 are all going to be basically the same set, and that is going to be from Sun and Moon, Celestial Storm. A lot of these Pokemon have sets earlier than this, but Celestial Storm is going to be, I guess, the cheapest option for all these, so I'll just name them off one by one. We have Bayleef and Meganium. Chikorita is not in this, as you can get Chikorita in the McDonald's packs. You have Grovyle and Sceptile. You can get Trico in a few other ways, also the McDonald's set, but Volbeat and Illumise have not been around since Sun and Moon era. Gulpin and Swalot and Lileep and Cradily have not been around since the Sun and Moon era. So unless I go out and buy a booster box from Sun and Moon era earlier, I will probably not be getting those anytime soon. Hopefully Nintendo comes out and makes new ones. A lot of the Gen 2 and Gen 3s have come out in modern packs, so hopefully those come out. I'll probably just end up waiting until those come out with a modern set because, again, all of these packs are extremely expensive. The next one on my list is going to be the Baby Pokémon, with the exception of Cleffa, which came out in Celebrations. To get Pichu, Smoochum, Elekid, or Magby, you have to go back to Heart Gold and Soul Silver era or earlier. You can get Igglybuff as well in Sun and Moon, but you probably have to go back to Heart Gold and Soul Silver to get all of the baby Pokemon, with the exception of Cleffa, which does show up in Celebrations. All of the baby Pokemon are going to be very expensive to pull, so I'm hoping they get a modern set of those soon. The last one I want to mention, which is very interesting to me, is going to be Ekans and Arbok, because Ekans and Arbok you can get in Sun and Moon, but they also have one of each in Champion's Path. And it's not cheap, but it's not out of the question either. So I actually have a Champions Pack ATB. I don't really want to open it yet, but I could. Again, probably not worth it to get Ekans and Arbok, but if they don't make a modern version of Ekans and Arbok, at some point I'll probably have to go the Champions Path route to get Ekans and Arbok. Unfortunately, they don't have Ekans and Arbok in the same Sun and Moon sets as the other ones. I'd probably have to get a mixture of a lot of Sun and Moon, to be honest, to get all of the missing ones. So again, hopefully they just come out with modern sets that have all of these Pokemon in them, especially all the grass types. There are a lot of grass types that were not included in the modern different sets so far.
So this is my personal collection. I didn't pull all these, but as you can see, the Ekans and Arbok are, you know, Wizards of the Coast era. And when we get to Abracadabra, so Abra is my base set. Kadabra is going to be base 2. There are no ways around that right now. I don't even have a Grovyle in my personal collection yet, just because they're hard to pull and, you know, a little bit expensive just for a Grovyle. So hopefully they make a modern version of these.
So there you have it. I guess that's more than 10 Pokemon, but those are my 10 groups of Pokemon that at the current date are going to be very difficult to pull. So I'm hoping that Nintendo brings out modern versions of those cards. Otherwise, those are probably the ones that at the end of this series, I'm going to be spending a lot of money trying to pull. But let me know in the comments if there's anything I missed, any glaring, you know, difficult cards I've missed. And I will see you soon with another video. Thanks for watching.